Hello and welcome, I'm your Code Monkey. The Asset Store is full of awesome tools and assets to help you make your own games. There's more and more awesome visual stuff coming out every month, so in this video let's check out some highlights for August 24. Even if you don't actually pick up any of these, it's still really great to look at them to see if they inspire you to build something. Just watching these assets is enough to fire up my imagination. I can immediately picture all the kinds of games that I could build. This one is a list of paid assets and effects. I've already made 2 videos covering the best free new assets and best tools and systems. As always, there's links to the assets in the description, and as a bonus you can use the coupon code Monkey10 to get 10% off your order. Unite is less than a month away. This is Unity's yearly conference where they have lots of interesting talks teaching you how to use all kinds of Unity tools and features while also talking about the future of the engine. You can already view the entire session list. There's over 60 sessions covering everything from graphics, multiplayer, dots, and a whole bunch more. I will actually be there myself alongside other Unity insiders. It is happening next month, September 18 to 20 in Barcelona. You can use this discount code to get 20% off your ticket. It should be a fun time with lots of learning. So if you're going and you see me walking around, definitely come along and say hi. Alright, so starting off with some really nice stylized retro effects. They look pixelated, but in a really nice way. It looks old school, but also modern. There's tons of explosions, missiles, some emoji faces, customizable power boxes. There's also some really great looking power beams. Could be great on a Dragon Ball kind of pixel game. And it also has a bunch of gorgeous looking pixelated coins. So if your game is pixelated in any way, then this looks like an excellent pack. Or if you're making something quite a bit more realistic, check out this military base. This one is super realistic, some very high quality textures. If you're making some kind of shooter game, like a Battle Royale or Call of Duty, then this would make for an excellent map. It's a huge 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers area. It's got hundreds of military objects and all kinds of props. Then for some animations, here is a great Taekwondo mocap pack. I don't know much about Taekwondo, but the animations look really high quality. This is some very professional mocap. In total, it has 14 animations. So it could be great maybe for some kind of fighting game or just some background NPCs. Next, if you need lots of chests to contain some loot, here's a pack with a bunch of them. It features 36 chests, crates, and cases, all in multiple styles. So there's some medieval ones, some sci-fi, and some military. These would be really great to populate in your world, or use them with an animation to give the player a ton of loot at the end of some kind of match. Then if that's a little bit too jolly and you want something more spooky, here is a dark fantasy church. This one could be taken straight off Elden Ring or Dark Souls. It looks absolutely excellent. This could be a level in your game, or perhaps a backdrop in some virtual production, kind of like a movie. You could use it in first person, or maybe in third person, or maybe top down, kind of like Diablo. Then how about a gorgeous looking sci-fi crab? This is a really excellent huge model. It's got so many awesome parts along with excellent animations. Personally, I love the design, very complex with lots of parts. So if you're making a game kind of like Horizon, then this would be perfect. Next, for some stylized explosions, here's a great one. Contains a bunch of explosions, all of them very stylized, so very cartoony, very anime-like. They look simple, so that means you can also apply a different color to get a ton of variation. Then if you want characters that you can customize, look at this pack. It's a nice casual style. You've got the base body with a ton of hair pieces. You've got gloves, masks, headgear. There's bags and a bunch more. If you want, you can take this one with all these parts, and then download my character customization system and use it just like this. Next, for a really awesome looking one, here's a pack for creating procedural planets. You just add a shader and play around with a ton of values. You can customize the land, sea, customize how the clouds move, you can add some rings around it, and all of it looks really nice. So if you have a space game where you need to very quickly create a ton of planets, gas giants, moons, and asteroids, if so, then this asset would be a huge time saver. Then if you're making an RTS or tower defense game, here is a nice turret pack. It includes a bunch of turrets with 3 levels for upgrades, so you've got light, medium, and heavy. It includes a machine gun, a missile launcher, a Tesla coil, with all of those 3 variations. And of course, if you want to learn how to make an RTS game, then check out my RTS Dots course. Then for something more pixelated, here is a top-down character pack. It features a bunch of top-down pixelated characters, all of them very small res, just 64 by 64. This one actually includes quite a lot of animations. I would guess this was made by using a 3D character with 3D animations and then processed into 2D. Or maybe you're making a car game. If so, here's a bunch of awesome cars inspired by German designs. They look stylized, got some nice flat colors and shapes. So these are simplified models, but they look really great. The cars are obviously inspired by real life without actually having the real names. So with this being a German pack, there are a ton of Porsche lookalikes. Then if you want a ton of robots, here is a nice mega pack. It contains 12 robot families, all with animations and 3 levels. Contains all of those, plus a boss character. So this would be really excellent to make a prototype with some kind of upgrade or evolution mechanic. You can start with the small robots and slowly upgrade to the big ones. They also include animations which by themselves look really nice, and the boss is also quite unique and intimidating. Then if you have robots, you might need some mechanical damage, so here's a nice VFX pack. It's got a bunch of really great particle effects. There's lots of sparks, some dangling cables, you've got oil spills, and some satisfying explosions. Really great for maybe mechanic game, or really anything to do with robots or cars or anything like that. Next, if you need a nice, casual, futuristic UI, here's a great pack. You've got lots of icons, sliders, buttons, and just about anything. Everything in a casual sci-fi style, so there's lots of purple, blue, and yellow. Then here's a fun animation pack. This one is all about Michael Jackson animations. That's a very strange, very niche topic. I wonder what kind of games could use these animations. Maybe something like Just Dance or Rock Band or those kinds of games. Or I guess really just having a game where part of it takes place in some kind of club. This could be really great for adding some life to your background characters. Next, for some 2D, here's a nice farm environment. I quite like the look on this one. It's got some nice thick outlines. It's in top-down, slightly angled perspective. The pieces are also modular, so you can build multiple different farmhouses. It includes plenty of props, foliage, and a bunch of textures. Then if that's too jolly and you want something a lot more demonic, here's a great demonic village. It definitely looks very spooky. This could be taken straight from Resident Evil. These are some very high quality assets, all very dark, very moody, both on the outside as well as on the inside. So if you have an idea for some kind of spooky game, then using this emote scene directly would save you a ton of time. Next, for something a bit more cute, here is a nice stylized little hero. Very nice chibi proportions. It's a very cute style with a lot of customization. You've got multiple hairstyles, eyes, eyebrows, beard, and so on. Just with this pack, you can make hundreds of characters. And this pack also includes a bunch of animations. Or if you're working on a fast food game, here's a really nice burger. This is definitely another very niche package, but it does look great. Looking at these assets is making me hungry right away. This would naturally be perfect for some kind of restaurant simulator game, but it could also work on just a normal open world game, something like San Andreas for making some menu items for your restaurant. Alright, so those are my top 20 new visual assets on the Unity Asset Store for August 24. There's a link to all in the description, and as a bonus you can use the coupon code Monkey10 to get 10% off your order. Alright, hope that's useful. Check out these videos to learn some more. Thanks to these awesome Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.